Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Azwareza bin Rodzi. I am fourth year student, and for my final year project, I will represent about post-occupancy evaluation of FKP building. So, my supervisor is IR Dr. Muhammad RAYME. Okay, go to introduction. So, what is POE? Actually, POE can define in many terms, but post-occupancy evaluation is a process of assessing building performance for its users and intended function during occupation. The concept of POE evaluate performance of the buildings during in-use stage in order to understand the mutual interaction process between building and the user. So POE is used as a benchmark of a building performance and general term for a broad range of activity aimed at understanding how buildings performs once they are built and used according to Ika Clinton and Wellington 2030. So POE studies are performed on building for a variety of reasons, such as to solve a problem that occur in building during in-use stage and to rectify unforeseen problem in the building. This is according to Vicker 2002, Hewitt 2005. So, what is the problem statement? Why we use this title as a PSM? So, this is about the complaint, the defect, and shortcoming after occupation, about the building, the performance, functional efficiency, accessibility, distribution, and configuration of space, especially for lecture room and ventilation and daylight. So, what is my objective for this research? My objective is to study the level of satisfaction of the building users at new and old FKP building. As we know, we have new FKP building and old FKP building. So, this research want to know the 65 of user, especially for staff and student when use this building. For the second objective, to identify and analyze the factors that affected the satisfaction of users at FKP building through POE. And third, for objective third, to propose recommended action to improve performance of FKP building during in-use stage and go to the scope. This research and conduct survey to staff and student at FKP building, and also investigation to be carried out at new and old FKP building. Okay, next for literature review. For literature review, I cover about history of POE, purpose of POE, and the benefit of POE. So we look about the history of POE. So POE, post-occupancy evaluation, originated in Scotland and the US, has been used since the 1960s in one form or another. Okay, next, the history and evaluation of post-occupancy evaluation have been identified in post-occupancy evaluation book, Pressure 1988, and recently updated in Improving Building Performance, Pressure 2001. So, around the range year, the improve of the history evaluation of POE. So for Pressure and College define POE as the process of evaluating buildings in a systematic and rigorous manner after they have been built and occupied for some time. So here I highlight about in higher education because we use this POE for FKP building in UTEM, and For higher education, post-occupancy evaluation of school building and educational environment has a nearly 50-year history. The Building Performance Research Unit, BPRU, at the University of Strathclyde assessed over 50 comprehensive schools in Scotland in late 1960s from Ardaman 2050. So in my report, I used to state the example of university that apply this POE. So for the purpose of POE, one of POE's objective in higher education institute is to determine whether the building meets the university's aims and vision. So POE also been used to assess pattern over time as well as to define way in which to enhance ongoing procedure and performance. So when we use POE, we know for the next time, for the future, we can use this as a method for the procedure next building. And the implementing the POE increase the transparency of facility management and allow the university for potential project improvement for the especially for the future. So POE is a method of cinematically assess the efficiency of building after they have been designed and working for the some time. Next, we look about literature review about the benefit of POE. We classify the benefit of POE in three terms, which is short term, medium term, and long term benefit. So we look at the short term benefit. In short term, we identify and solve the problem in the building environment. Fine-tune the building, including space utilization in response to user needs and feedback. Verify the design, functionality, and the conformance with the design requirement. We go to the medium-term benefits that inform ongoing the building adaptation due to the changing organization needed. Adjust the repetitive design solution that can be used on a recurring basis and test the innovative design solution. And look for the long-term benefit. We look about the facility decision making or justification about the future action and expenditures. And we also can generate knowledge about the effect of the building design on occupant and organization, improve the overall the design quality of similar type of facility. So in the three terms of benefit POE, it's very good to know about the building and give many advantage to the user and the management especially. And look at for the methodology. For this research, I use 4 stage of methodology, which is first, we look about the scope, determine of the scope. And second, we look about the literature review from the journal, books, and internet. And third stage, we use data collection from the survey for staff and student at FKP. And after that, after we get the data collection, we analyze the data, and this data can give the recommended action to improve the performance of FKP. So look at this. For the first stage, to identify level satisfy user at FKP building through POE. And this is for the secondary data collection, the secondary data. And after that, literature review to study the implement of post-occupancy evaluation, and also secondary data and data collection to identify the factor from the questionnaire. We use questionnaire And this is primary data, and primary data is very important for us to get the feedback from user. And after that, we analysis this from data collection and to propose the best action to improve the performance of FKP building. And we use inference tension statistic and descriptive statistic. Okay, for the determine the level stratification, from my research from journal, I found this is the types of question that can we ask to user about the satisfaction level, high quality facilities, about relationship, positive roommate, and strong floor community, quiet study environment, and student attachment to housing, thermal comfort in non-air conditioned room, room size and crowding, thermal comfort, room layout and furniture, level of crowding and privacy, characteristic of residence hall, rules, fees, and attitude of employee. So next, from this research, we expect the result about to know the functional performance and usability of any building element, especially at FKP building, to express their well-being and working condition, about health issue and productivity, and we can look about the motivation uh, for the student, for the staff, and give the apparent value of sustainability highlight, and propose, of course, after that we propose and suggest the solution to the facilities problem. Okay, this is the my planning about PSM1, and this is my reference from internet. Have another, but this is from the slide. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.